Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, everybody. I'm gonna wait a minute and fix my lighting. Y'all, it's dark in here. I'm gonna fix some things. That's great. All right, come on in, everybody. Now, I want to know what brings you guys here. Like, why do you want to know how to get what you want? That's a silly question, isn't it? Come on in, let me know where you're from, and you know, what makes you want to be a part of this. I'm so glad you are. So let me give a brief introduction. I'm not going to wait too terribly long because I like to make them rewatchable. I'm not going to wait too long. So I am Tracy Moore. I am a licensed mental health counselor. I am a certified Aroma Freedom practitioner. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. And hopefully my 3-year-old doesn't run in here and interrupt this scenario, but we'll see how that goes. Come on in, everybody. Okay, North Dakota, welcome. Trying to get me out of viewer only. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Carrie. Frida. Yes, clearing body mind. Perfect. Dee Dee, hey. Oh, that's right, Frida. No wonder you were so worried about me being in Florida. Bless your heart. We are doing okay. So I'm just going to wait another second. So the basis of what I'm going to talk about is the Aroma Freedom technique. And to give you an idea of what that is, have y'all heard of the technique and maybe seen the book, The Aroma Freedom Technique by Dr. Benjamin Perkis. It is a fantastic resource. And it's only been fairly recently that I have gotten into this. Hey, Mary, welcome. That I've gotten into this. I started the course, maybe 3 months ago or so, and completed it fairly quickly because it's right up my alley. As a mental health counselor, this is right up my alley, helping people get what they want, okay? So I'm just kind of going to dive right into the history of AFT. Hey, Bethany, welcome. And give you an idea of why. We're going to talk about what it is, why it works, kind of how it works, and we're going to go into an actual live clearing. So I still need a volunteer. I didn't see anybody like, woohoo, pick me out there. So I would love a good volunteer. Let me just check my thing and see if anybody was like, pick me. Oh, Jamie will do it. There you go. I got a couple people that'll do it. Awesome. Jamie will do it. Perfect. All right. So let's dive in. Okay. Let's make this rewatchable if we can. All right. So what is AFT? It stands for Aroma Freedom Technique. Okay. And it's basically a tool to get your energy really flowing and moving in the right direction. And so I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus. I'm Bible thumping Baptist. Okay. And when I hear the word emotional energy, I get a little woo-wooed out, and I'm like, you and your chakras can go stand over there. I don't think so. Okay. Oh, speaking of my 3-year-old, awesome. But what it does is just moves you in this direction of growth and expansion. Okay. Rather than in fear and doubt and paralysis, it moves you in a direction of expansion. So, hi, my love.
My tummy hurts.
Your tummy hurts? What should you do?
Oil.
Some oils. Go get some oils. They're in the bathroom. Sorry, guys. So let's talk about emotional expression. There's clean emotional expression and there's distorted emotional expression. So a clean expression of emotion is going to be like, ow, get off my toe hurts, okay, and telling you to get off my toe. And then the other person would say, okay, sorry, no problem. Hey, I'll come on in. I'm just giving a little background. And so then a distorted expression of emotion is going to be based on pain giving way to this blocked emotional expression. So I can't believe that person is stepping on my toe. I can't believe it. What's wrong with her? I hate people like that. People like that are terrible. You know, why did they do that? And so this resentment builds up and gives way to this distorted emotional expression. And so then you have this ineffective way of getting your needs met, and it just kind of snowballs from there. Don't mind my 3-year-old back there. Honey, if you can get him out anytime. So what happens is you have a thought, feeling, memory complex, okay? And so we have these inner objections that protect us. So take the example of the toe being stepped on, right? So if we've got our toe being stepped on, we can either say, ow, that hurt my toe, or we can not say anything about it and just think like, oh, I can't believe that person is stepping on my toe. Like, what is wrong with them? Seriously? What? Oops, cancel. What's wrong with them? Why are they always like that, you know? Or we could try to fix this lighting too, because it's all wonkified. Probably because someone little is... I need you to go in the other room. I love you so much. And I need you to go in the other room. I love you. Can you take some oils in the other room with you? Yeah, real life, guys. For real. Honey? Who knows? I'm going to be so distracted now. This is unfortunate. This is what happens, you guys. So I'm going to need to do an AFT on myself after this, because I had all of this like wonderful stuff I want to share with you, and now my 3-year-old is right here, and my husband is going to get him out of here, right? Why don't you go watch a show? I love you so much. Yes. Come on, bud. I need you to go watch a show. Sorry, guys. So we have all of this, this pain and loss and negativity. Everybody has that. Everybody has had a negative thing happen to them in their life, okay? And so what happens is we get these attitudes and these thoughts that we form to protect us from feeling those unpleasant things again. So, bless him. I don't think he's going anywhere, honey. It's fine. So speaking of unpleasant things, my 3-year-old interrupting my class is an unpleasant thing. Okay, so our inner voice convinces us not to do something that previously caused us pain. So, okay, so let's use this as a fantastic example. Okay, so instead of me having this like stellar, perfect class and like awesome, my kid is over here acting a fool. Okay, at least it's not acting a fool yet. And so I could use, like, my inner voice could be like, don't do that again. Like, don't put yourself out there and do that again. You know, that's that inner voice that tells you, keeps you from doing the things that you really want to be doing, okay? So it can be a good thing because it can keep us from things that have previously caused us pain, but it can be a bad thing because it keeps us from doing the things that we really want to be doing, and we don't have freedom in that, okay? So why does AFT work? Okay, it's the order of the questions, and you'll see many of you have, if you see the graphic in the class, there's 12 steps to AFT. It starts with a goal, and then you move forward from there. But it's the order of the questions and the order of the guided technique, so that you can stumble on memories that are linked to current issues. So even if you've never associated, sorry guys, even if you've never associated the memories with your current situation before, the amygdala and the hippocampus, bless, are you serious right now?
Come on, buddy.
My amygdala is not doing well, you guys. Pause. This is a hot mess. So I'm going to put on my stress away. Okay, so the amygdala and the hippocampus link memories based on common feeling rather than on a common thought, okay? So we build our sense of self from our memories. If you've seen the movie Inside Out, okay? We tell ourselves a story based on those memories. That's an excellent idea, Jamie. Ooh, how about the stellar idea? You want gummies?
No.
He doesn't want gummies. He always wants gummies, you guys. That is funny. So we tell ourselves a story based on our memories, based on what has happened to us in the past, okay? So when you do something new or different, you can come up against these barriers that have a foundation in those memories. So remember that distorted emotional expression? Those are the memories that make up your emotional library. Yeah, Jamie, I know, right? So this is real life, y'all. This is real life. So let's talk about the amygdala. We know from the, hey Anna, welcome to my chaos. We know from using our oils that essential oils can have an impact on the brain, right? Okay. So the amygdala is in charge of your first response to any stimuli. So it's your fight, flight, or freeze response. That's what I hear, Mary, that I'm going to miss the days. I don't know. So it's your fight, flight, or freeze response. I'm going to plug in this so can you guys hear me okay when he's talking? That's what I'm concerned about most. I want you to be able to hear me. Everybody's doing the same things. Oh, goody. Where's the thingy? Hold, please. Can y'all hear me better this way, maybe? Okay. So the amygdala. It's your fight, flight, or freeze response. It's the alarm area of your brain, okay? It's in charge of saying, are we in danger? Like, nobody panic, or everybody panic, like, are we in danger, all right? I also have to say I'm really glad he has pants on, because sometimes he does not. And so then the hippocampus is involved in the formation of memories and can be directly stimulated through the scent from the olfactory bulb. And that, oh, you could hear me better before. Is that true for everybody? Because I can take this off. Maybe. So the amygdala is, are we in danger? And the hippocampus is, have we been here before? Have we done this before? Okay. So scent, no, you can hear me fine. Okay. So scent acts as a signal. Okay. And our response to scent is really powerful and it's really automatic. Okay. So think of you're going through your fridge and you are sniffing the food and you're like, I don't know if this is so fresh, and our response to that smell, we recoil back, or we're like, ooh, that smells really good, right? So our response to that smell is really powerful and automatic. Think about going into your grandma's kitchen and smelling cookies or bread or whatever. And we go into a bakery and we maybe smell that smell that is like grandma's cookies or like grandma's bread, and we're instantly transported, right? It's amazing what scent can do. So so it's just this automatic response, okay? Also think of like predator prey. That's in there as well. So a prey needs to be able to smell like, okay, am I smelling the lion that's going to eat me? Okay. Same thing for animals. Scent is powerful and automatic, and it's also heightened more so than it is in humans. Okay, so what aroma freedom technique does is draws on this signal, the signal of scent, to trigger this automatic response in our brain, and that response allows for emotional changes. So scent can immediately trigger this memory and the feelings associated with it, so that when we use the specific guided questions of aroma freedom technique, then the memory complex can be open to making emotional changes. Okay, so how do you do AFT? What do you do? Okay, we're going to go through a process. Hopefully, we're going to go through a process. I'm going to get this kid some gummies or something. So in AFT, though, the prep work is key. So you see those 12 steps, and you see, okay, step 1 is the goal, and then how do you feel about the goal, and all of these different things. What's the negative voice? That prep work is really key to accessing the emotional memory and really getting down into something that's going to make a difference. When you use essential oils, they smell good, right? And if I were to use Stress Away without accessing a specific memory or accessing a specific thought, feeling complex, okay? that's fun. I'm sorry, you guys. He goes, I poop. This is like hilarious. Are you guys laughing with me? Because this is hilarious. This is like America's Funniest Home Videos. Seriously. Okay. So the prep where life happens and so do other things. So when you smell an essential oil, I'm so glad you guys are amused. Oh my gosh. Everybody. So when you smell an essential oil without going through the specific guided questions, it's still going to help you. You're going to be like, oh, great. I am relaxed. Okay. And that's why a lot of essential oils, even other brands or like even other types of essential oils will calm you down. Okay. Aromatherapy, you go to a spa and they have certain scents in there. It can calm you down. Okay. These Young Living essential oils are literally the only ones that can access the memories, the cellular memories. Okay. So what we find is when we use the AFT process, the specific, directed, guided questions, these are the only ones that work to access that memory. I have done it with other ones when people didn't have Young Living essential oils, and I was like, hey, give it a shot. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. She was like, oh, yeah, man, I'm so relaxed and calm. She did not have a memory shift. It did not happen for her the same way it has happened in 100% of the clients that I have used Young Living essential oils with. So that's my spiel on that. All right. Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? Because I was like, oh, no, it didn't. I wanted it to work. I'm like, it's got to, like we're still doing the psychotherapy part of it. It's not really, but it's the psychological part of it. And no, it does not work. Okay, so what happens is in AFT, when we get to the specific memory, thought, feeling complex, okay, when you smell the essential oil, it disrupts the memory complex itself. The scent of the oil stimulates a new feeling, okay, and it replaces the previously identified feeling, okay? And so because two different feelings can't occupy the same space at the same time, the memory complex becomes disrupted and it breaks apart. People say that, oh, that's really weird. It faded away. Like, okay, notice what happened with the memory. It kind of faded. I did AFT with a 10-year-old, and they're so fast, you guys. Doing AFT with kids is really cool. So they're like, and he stopped, and I'm like, okay, what did you notice? Oh, well, in the memory, the oils came. I had the memory, and then the oils came, and they rained on the memory, and then everything was fine. Like, it completely transformed his memory so fast. And then he was like, what's it called when you, I don't know, he was doing something that's like super cool if you're cool like that. But it was so neat, okay? Because two feelings couldn't occupy the same space at the same time, he was able to move forward from this really disturbing scenario that we were working through. And he's like, yeah, I'm feeling good. And he like went, thank you, Jenny, dabbing. That's what it is. Because he's like, I'm going to dab. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Yes, he dabbed. So, which I guess is a good thing. I don't know. So, the memory complex gets disrupted and it's associated with this new positive feeling instead, okay? Here's the question I always get after this. Okay, well, this isn't going to last, right? Like, this is just for the moment. And it's just this happy distraction. It's not the case. When you do it this way, it's not when you're like, I am stressed out right this second, I will smell stress away. Like, you're still going to get stressed out. What I'm talking about with AFT is deeply accessing the emotional memories of a certain situation. I guide through, like divide through the process, okay? And you are literally in this memory as if it's happening right this second. And then we introduce the essential oils, and that's what disrupts this memory complex. It's truly fascinating. So what happens is it lasts. From my own personal experience, I will tell you it lasts. From the experience of my clients, I will tell you it absolutely lasts. The changes that you make when you're moving forward, because it's this growth, remember? You've got this energy and you're moving forward towards growth. It helps you remove those emotional barriers. The memories that were holding you back are no longer holding you back anymore, and you can move forward. Now, things may still happen later, but that memory of that thing isn't going to hold you back in the way that it did before, because it's not emotionally charged in the same way. So I have done AFT on myself about long-standing things with my father, and it is fundamentally different. I cannot remember that in the same way anymore. The emotional charge that was there is not there anymore, and this was a memory that truly was holding me back from a lot of things, because it was connected to a lot of other things. So it's fascinating to me that now when I have to like physically go and recall that memory, I'm like, yes, that happened. But before, when I was like, yes, that happened, it would crush me. I would go spiral, right? Now I'm like, that happened, but I don't even remember it anymore. What it is I remember, my memories fast forward with AFT. So I was inhaling the essential oils. I'm focusing in on that memory, and my memories fast forwarded, and it created a different ending. When I talk about rewriting your story, it rewrote my story. It really did. So that thing that was plaguing me and keeping me from moving forward isn't doing that anymore. I now remember it in the way that it happened that time. I remember, instead of the bad thing that happened, I remember the fast forward part and the good thing that ended. It was truly life-changing, and that's why I'm so passionate about this and do this, even though I might look like a fool because my child is running all up on the bed and pooping his pants and being cray, right? Cray, you guys. So now he's occupied on the toilet with the iPad, so you're welcome for that little visual. But who wants to do this, you guys? If you have your oils, you can do it with me, but I want to lead one of you through this process. I'm going to invite you into this scenario. I think it was Jamie said that she was going to do it with me. So Jamie, I'm going to invite you if you are still... Awesome. Yes, it's so cool. Jamie's on it. Let me invite her to the broadcast. And we will get her done. I'm excited. I'm excited to do this with you guys. It's really, really, really powerful. Let me pull up my thing. And if you're following along, you can absolutely follow along with your oils and go through the process. Your goal is going to be different, and so that's a little bit tricky. But it might be the same. Who knows? Depends on what Jamie's goal is, right? But you can do this with your own goal or intention simultaneously. Hey, Jamie!
Hello!
Hello!
I got my hair up.
You're good. Hey, man. My kid's a hot mess, so... Psst.
So my kids may come up and say they need to poop, so that's I totally get it.
Awesome.
Try to set myself up here.
Perfect, yeah.
So
so you guys get your oils if you've got them.
I've got them all.
With us, you'll need lavender, frankincense, stress away. Yes.
Frankincense.
And you'll need
Stress away.
Yep. If you have release, an inner child.
I have release, but
perfect.
I don't have inner child, but I do have trauma life.
Yep. Trauma life.
Mm-hmm.
Trauma life. Yes, love trauma life. Those are perfect to have. And then for the last step, either a lemon, like an uplifting kind of thing, or valor. I love valor for this. It just depends on kind of what your goal is and what your affirmation is as we move through the process. So thank you, Jamie, for being my volunteer. So the first step of AFT is really setting your goal or intention. Okay, so what goal do you feel like you would like to work on? It could be something personal. It could be something business related. You don't have to pick like a scary one.
No, it's not a scary one. I guess my goal would be to get past the barrier of thinking I don't have enough time to do stuff.
Okay. All right. So it's so the time of the business, you mean? Okay, cool. All right. So instead of phrasing it like a don't have enough, what would you like to be able to say about yourself?
That I have enough time to do what I need to do.
Okay, so I
have enough time to do my business. There we go.
To do my business. Okay. All right.
Hi, Mary.
I'm trying to think. So we want to phrase it very specifically. I have enough time to do my Young Living business. Because the more specific you can get on it, so maybe is there a certain amount of time that you want to devote to your business per day or per week or per month? Sometimes that's helpful.
Okay.
Creating a specific goal, like I have X number, or I commit whatever number of hours.
Okay. Let's say 5 hours a week.
Okay. All right.
To my Young Living business.
So I work 5 hours a week at my Young Living business.
Yeah.
Does that sound right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to use a scale of 0 to 10. Oh, wait. Do you have a piece of paper that you can write that down on? If you don't, that's okay.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Okay. But I can get one.
So I commit 5 hours per week. Or I work 5 hours per week.
We got this.
And for everybody else, this part is the most time consuming. So, and if you guys want me to walk you through some goals, if you want to type some goals in the comments, I can help you determine if it's a good goal or if we need to reword it a little bit. So goals are always going to be in an I am or an I have or an I bleh, because it's as if it's already happening. So even though maybe Jamie doesn't currently work 5 hours a week at her Young Living business, that's her goal. Okay. All right. So say your goal out loud for me.
I am going to commit 5 hours a week to my Young Living business.
Okay. So we want to tweak it again because it's not I am going to. It's I work. I will
commit.
No. It's already happened.
I am committing. Am I current?
No, it's I would do it as an I work.
Okay. I work 5 hours a week.
Yeah.
At my Young Living business.
Okay. Instead of committing, so if you commit to something, you're like, yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. I get it.
Maybe. Okay. So
Understood.
I work 5 hours per week on my Young Living business. When you say that, how possible does that feel? We're going to use a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being totally impossible, never going to happen, and 10 being totally confident, no problem at all. Where would you say you are?
Right now, I'm probably at a 7.
A 7, okay. That's pretty high, actually. That's pretty high. So do we need to up the hours? How many hours do you work right now?
Probably like 2 or 3.
Okay. So, but it feels possible to work 5 hours per week at your Young Living business, about a 7.
I'm optimistic.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I work long. 5 hours. Yeah, that's.
All right, so you're about a 7. All right.
Yeah.
So listen in, notice, what's the first negative voice that tells you that can't happen?
The first negative voice,
What's it say?
it says I'm stretching myself too thin.
Okay, stretching myself too thin. All right. How do you feel when you hear that negative voice?
Overwhelmed.
Okay. All right, overwhelmed. Where do you feel that overwhelmed feeling in your body? It could be a body in your chest.
Here.
Right there. Okay. All right. You knew right away. Okay. So now what I want you to do is drift back to a drift back to an earlier time when you felt the same way. It could be recently or long ago. It could be related or unrelated. And just get a snapshot of that time.
Okay.
And just let me know when you have that memory.
I have that memory.
Have it immediately. Okay, perfect. All right, so now you're going to get a drop of lavender, a drop of frankincense, and a drop of stress away on your palm.
You're not allowed to make me cry on camera, right?
Hey. I never said nothing about that. All right, so you got your lavender.
I got it.
Stress away, you got your memory. So you're going to rub your hands together.
Okay.
Cup your hands over your nose and mouth and just breathe. Close your eyes. Really breathe into that memory. Focus on it. Focus on that feeling of being overwhelmed. And that negative thought that you're stretching yourself too thin. Focus also on that feeling in your chest. And notice what happens. What did you notice? Or you can keep breathing if you don't feel like it's completed.
So, when I brought up that memory, because it's obviously recent, I started to feel really overwhelmed, and then it started to dissipate a little bit.
Okay. All right.
So,
did the feeling in your body change, or did the memory change at all?
No.
No. Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. So what it is we'll do another round. But before we do that, I want you to go back to your original goal and say it out loud for me.
I work 5 hours a week at my Young Living business.
All right. On that 0 to 10 scale, how possible does that seem that that's going to happen? It could go up or down or stay the same.
It stayed the same.
It's the same. Okay. All right. So listen in. What's the next negative voice, or maybe it's the same negative voice with a different feeling, that tells you that this can't happen?
I got the negative voice that was in my head was, I can't do it.
I can't do it. Okay. All right. How do you feel when you hear that negative voice?
I feel defiant. I hate
Defiant.
that. I get I feel defiant against that.
Okay. Defiant, like watch me kind of thing?
Yeah, like I feel like I don't want to listen to that.
Okay. Awesome. All
So,
right.
yeah.
All right. Is there any other feeling?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Mm-mm.
All right. Where do you feel? Listen, notice in your body, where do you feel that defiant feeling?
I feel it in my hands.
Your hands are like,
yeah.
Somebody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. Now I want you to drift back to an earlier time when you felt that same way. It could be recently or long ago, and just get a snapshot of that time. Let me know when you have the memory.
I have it.
You have it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's use, you had said you have release, right?
I do.
Okay. Let's put a drop of release on your palm.
Come on.
Takes a little while to come out because that one's got a carrier in it.
Okay.
All right. Same thing. You're going to rub your hands together. Cup your hands over your nose and mouth. And breathe into that emotion. I really need him. Just breathe into that memory. Really focus on that memory and notice what happens. As you breathe in, if an emotion gets intense, just lean into it. Picture it like a wave. Waves don't last forever. They just keep moving. What did you notice?
I noticed that memory didn't feel as bad as I remember it being.
Okay. The emotional part of it.
Yeah.
Changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was not, it's still a recent memory, but not that far away.
Okay.
Where I was feeling very stressed and overwhelmed, and I was up late, and it still felt overwhelming when I think about it. But I remember getting through it.
Okay. So you had a positive thing that came forward from that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to your original goal. I want you to say it out loud for me.
I work 5 hours a week at my Young Living business.
Okay. How possible does that feel? Could go up or down or stay the same. No, I need you to sit down.
I think I'm more at an 8.
More than 8, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so listen in. I will hold you if you will be quiet. Can you be quiet while I work a little bit? Yes? Hold you? Okay. All right, so you're at an 8. I need you to be quiet if you're going to be in here. So what's the next negative voice that tells you that that's not possible? Shh. I need you to be quiet. Next negative voice, he says. Teaching the kid to do AFT.
Yes.
Okay, go get gummies with Daddy. You must stay out there. Sorry. Hey, everyone. While she thinks of the next negative voice, if you don't have release or any of the other oils, that's okay. And there's different things that, but the lavender, frankincense, and stress away are the key components for sure. And there's research as to why that's the case. So I work 5 hours per week at my Young Living business. You said you're at about an 8.
Mm-hmm.
So what else tells you you can't do that?
I guess, the other thing that's in my head is that I don't have the tools I need to accomplish what I want to accomplish.
Okay.
So
Don't have the tools.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How do you feel when you hear that?
That I need more time.
Okay. That's a judgment.
Yeah, I know.
You don't have what it takes. You don't have the tools that you
Mm-hmm.
need to accomplish this.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel when you hear yourself say that? Could be defeated, angry, sad.
I'm trying to come up with the language. It's not that I feel defeated. I feel I can't come up with the word.
Okay. Okay. Is it a failure? Is it a hopelessness?
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Failure.
Okay. All right. All right.
Like I'm failing to do this. I've committed myself to something and now I'm not following through. And so I'm feeling like I'm failing at it.
Okay. All right. All right. So failure. Where do you feel that failure in your body?
On my shoulders.
Okay. All right. I want you to drift back to an earlier time when you felt that same way. It could be recently or long ago, and get a snapshot or a movie of that time. You got it? Right away. Okay. All right. Let's use a drop of frankincense. Just add a drop of frankincense to your palm. You're going to rub your hands together and cup your hands over. Close your eyes and breathe. Really focus on that emotion, that feeling of failure, that body sensation in your shoulders. Focus in on that memory. Just ride that wave of emotion if it gets intense. Lean in. See if you get any new thoughts that come. Just keep breathing. You're doing great.
Thanks.
Keep breathing until you feel like the process has completed itself or you've gotten some new thought, new understanding, new voice.
Okay, I'm crying.
It's okay. It's okay. Just keep leaning into it, honestly. Keep leaning into it because you've accessed something important. Okay? And if you want, you can add a drop of release to your palm as well. And that will help. Because you've accessed that deeper memory. Just keep breathing. Lean into that emotion. Picture yourself inhaling the oil, and as you exhale, releasing that negativity, releasing that pain and frustration. Just keep breathing.
Oh, I could bathe in this stuff. Okay.
Awesome. Okay. What did you notice happening to the memory?
When I put the release on, it didn't seem as intense.
Okay, great. Great. Yeah, and energy at that time is important because the frankincense can bring up, so frankincense and failure are connected, and for everybody else, that's why I chose that oil. It can connect with feelings of worthlessness and failure and things like that. And then when you add in the release, as those emotions got intense, and we added in the release, it could really let you let go of it a little bit and get some relief.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what did you notice? What else did you notice maybe in your body or in any other way? Any new belief?
I felt like the heaviness in my shoulders was getting less.
Great.
And then the heaviness on my chest was getting less.
Great. Okay. Very good. All right. Did you get any new beliefs or new understandings related to your goal?
Yeah, that I can do this.
Okay. Very good. All right. So let's go back to your original goal. We're going to say it out loud one more time, and we're going to rate it.
I work 5 hours a week towards my Young Living business.
Okay. How possible does that feel? That could be you. That could describe you on that 0 to 10 scale.
It seems very possible.
Okay. Give it a number for me. It could be the same number.
It's 8.
It's an 8.
It's an
A
8.
solid
Yeah.
8. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And sometimes for you and for everybody else, it doesn't move any further because there's like stuff you got to do. And we'll get to that in the last step of AFT. So it's like if you had an intention of you want to be a ballerina, you can breathe all you want, but you got to like go to ballerina school and stuff. So yes, like you said, you don't have the tools and things like that. All right. So now we are going to create an affirmation for you. And it could be related to it could be the same as your goal, but I'm wondering if it should be related to the new things that came out of breathing in and kind of these new understandings about yourself and your ability to reach your goal. Similarly, it's going to be present tense, like an I am or an I have, or sometimes people use scripture. It just depends on what came to them, what the Lord revealed to them during the session. So what feels right for you based on what's happened? What feels like the right affirmation for you moving forward about this topic?
I have enough to do what I need to do.
I have enough to do what I need. I like that. Is it, and it doesn't have to be, but I'm curious, is it a have or an am enough?
Am.
Okay. So I am enough. Okay. Don't cry again. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. I'm going to try not to.
Okay. Okay. So I am enough. Hey, you're going to get free stuff. It's okay. I'm going to send you a copy of this book for being my guinea pig.
Okay.
Right.
For crying on camera.
Okay, so I am enough. Do you want to add anything else to that? Just I am enough.
I like that. Just I am.
Perfect. All right. I am enough. All right. So what we're going to do is just like we paired and released emotions using an essential oil, we're going to pair and affirm and kind of root you in with an essential oil. So you could use Valor or lemon. I think probably whatever oil speaks to you about this particular affirmation. So what do you want to use?
I think it's Valor.
Yeah, Valor's good. Valor's a favorite. Now that it's back in stock, whenever I do like AFTs, I'm like, you can use lemon or you can use Valor. I'm using Valor. Like, there's no question anymore. All right, perfect. All right, so what we're going to do, very similarly, you're going, except this time you're going to get in a power pose, and you can go off camera if you want. It's okay. Or you can, I'll stand up with you. I'm in my jammy pants. Okay. You're going to stand in a power pose that's going to help you feel kind of rooted to the ground, and there's science to that. When you stand, it changes your body posture and different things, and so it kind of roots you, anchors you, and even looking scripturally, stand firm in the faith, that kind of thing. So you're going to stand, you're going to smell your Valor, and you're going to do something with your hands. It could be like Jesus, Lord, I am enough. It could be like a hands on your hips. It could be whatever, receiving whatever you feel like is right for you with this. You could dab like that one kid, whatever you want to do. Okay. So you're going to stand up, you're going to smell your valor and say, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. And keep repeating it. Okay. All right. Let me stand up with you.
All right.
All right. Stand
My
up.
valor. All right.
Valor.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to stand up. I'll be back in.
Is it my chair in front of you?
What are you back here? Okay.
All right.
All right. You smell. And you're going to say, I am enough.
I am enough. I am enough.
Do it a few more times. Very good.
I am enough. 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 Woo!
Woohoo! Everybody's cheering for you, Jane. Awesome. How's that feel?
Like Wonder Woman. Awesome.
Right? Yeah, there's something about standing too, like, awesome. I love it. Yay!
Yay.
Everybody's like freaking out. This is good stuff. Wonderful. You are enough. Woo! Jamie. Awesome. All right. So now you feel like you can do this. You work 5 hours a week in your Young Living business. Psst. 5 hours. That's like an hour. Awesome. And you are enough, Jamie. Very good. So the last step of AFT is this: create a plan and take action daily. All right. So you mentioned a few things that you don't have the tools and et cetera, et cetera. So I like to do your 3 things that you need to do. Your 3 next steps that you know you need to do. Maybe it came out through the process of inhaling the oil and kind of your beliefs, or maybe you've known all along that you needed to do it, but you felt blocked to do it. So what do you feel like will be your top 3 things? Judy.
Nice, Judy.
That's a lot of Marco Polo.
There's a lot of Marco Polo. First is to just sit down and just plan out,
Okay.
just plan out my week.
Okay.
I'm planning out my classes, plan out what I'm going to say. I think if I plan it out, then that block will be not there anymore.
Awesome.
And that's pretty, second is to put it in my calendar.
Okay.
And
so not just plan it, but
actually put it in my calendar.
Okay.
And put it out there and tell people.
That will be important too. Be like, I'm going to have a class. I'm not going to tell anybody about it.
Right.
I'm going to have a class. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. All right. And then you mentioned tools. Is there someone you need to contact or something you need to do to get the tools that you need?
Yeah, I'm.
You need to buy you a planner or something?
Yeah, I've got a planner.
You got a
plan. I just need to use it. Yeah, I just need to use it.
But
no, when I talk about tools in my sense, it's not actual physical tools. It's actually learning planning tools. It's not in my natural wheelhouse. Especially in that, if you look my disc profile, it's absolutely hysterical. But it's something I absolutely need to work on, and I have to be there.
Okay.
I have to actually think about it.
Right, right, right. It's just not a natural thing for you. And in
Hmm.
some sense, kind of like I talked about at the beginning of the class, we begin to just believe these things about ourselves. I'm not a planner. I'm not organized. I'm not this or that or the other thing because we haven't been, and there we've come up against roadblocks that keep us from doing that. And so by going through this process and removing some of those barriers and then moving forward, you're going to be doing your affirmation, your I am enough. Okay.
Hmm.
Would you do like this? Okay. So I am enough. You're going to do that for the next 3 days. Okay. Twice a day or any time that you feel like defeated or crushed or like you're not enough. Okay.
Hmm.
Just keep going back to that for the next 3 days. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And work forward on your plan, and I'll be checking in on you soon.
All right.
All right.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Jamie. You are brave, brave, brave. All right, you guys. Was that fun or what? That was so fun. I love that. I love it, love it, love it. So that is AFT. And if you want to do this with me, I so want to help you do this. This is my jam. I love helping people experience freedom. Because, I mean, you saw it. You saw it right here. Like, this is freedom. She's now going to walk forward with freedom to do the things that she needs to do, and those barriers, those other things are not going to be impeding her in the same way that they had been. So it's very exciting. We are at the end of our class time. There's a lot of questions that came through as I was doing the process. I didn't want to interrupt Jamie though with my voice doing other things and typing in the thing. So I'll go back and answer questions about different oils you can use and things like that. But literally every oil is an emotional oil. I used Digest the other day, and why I chose that because the person had this emotion, but they were feeling it in their stomach, and so I've used it a couple times on people. They used Digest and then had an immediate breakthrough. I used Panaway one time because she was the lady I was working with was feeling very exhausted, and so it's like Panaway. And there was a huge emotional shift when we used that oil. So literally every oil is an emotional oil. However, the ones that are prescribed in the process, lavender, frankincense, and stress away, are very specifically done, and the research behind them is very clear that those oils work. So you can do this process on yourself. It's super easy, as you can see. It's emotional, but it's super easy. Yes, Stacy, you can do this for multiple things, multiple emotions. There's also a version of this, which is how it started, that's just a memory release protocol. So you don't start with the goal, you start with the negative memory or the negative emotion. So say the flooding in Texas, say you lost your home or something like that. You start with the disturbing memory and you move forward from there through the process. There's a specific protocol and technique that we work through for that. So it's wonderful to be with you guys tonight. Thank you for your patience with my family and my 3-year-old that does crazy 3-year-old things. So thank you for being here. Love you all, and I'll be hanging around the online event for a little while. You can absolutely invite your people to this. It's open for the next few days for you to review. So thank you, love you, have a wonderful night.